Chiefs play the Chargers on Sunday night, like we said on 6:20. That game was flexed, and big question is are the Charger is Justin Herbert going to have anybody to throw to?
Oh, he didn't last night.
He did not last night. After their first drive, they did nothing.
Yep.
And the Chargers are going to Chargers, and we are the boneheads of the year for actually thinking that the AFC West was going to be a beast, but in reality,
honestly, low key though, the Chargers were. I had no idea they were 5-3. Like, I had not a goddamn clue until freaking last night.
I mean, they're still a feisty bunch, and going into the year, I had them as a 5 seed in the AFC just because I trust Justin Herbert that much to get a couple wins that they don't deserve to have, and he's done that so far this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not his fault.
No.
That Rashawn Slater out for the year. Keenan Allen hasn't played week 1. Mike Williams is out with a sprained ankle. I think another one of their offensive linemen is out for the year. Corey Linsley didn't start the season. I mean, is it time to fire the medical team?
I was just gonna say
for the Chargers.
Their 6th straight year, I feel like they're like the most injury-prone team in the league. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah, it's them and the Niners. Every year they have 10 players on IR. It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. No, none.
And then also not to mention Joey Bosa is out with that groin issue.
Like, do they go look at these kids like freaking doctor's notes from like kids to see which ones got hurt the most? Like, it's insane how often their team gets hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's just and they're the ultimate what could have been, or what could be in the NFL. Because in the J.C. Jackson, he was having a tough year as their free agent signing out of New England. And we all should have known that he probably wasn't going to be as good, because when Bill Belichick lets a secondary player walk away, that's saying something. When the god of coaching D-backs says, no, I don't want you, go somewhere else and have them waste your money, we should know that he's not going to be that good. He's going to have a down year. But he's also out for the season now too.
Yep, and they just cut Jerry Tillery. I feel like they had another guy get hurt last night on the defensive side of the ball.
Their nose tackle tore his pec.
Yep.
Yeah,
so that means he's done for the year. You ain't playing in that.
They had another guy leave with a bad with a knee issue, I want to say.
But like you brought up Tillery, Rappaport after they cut him was saying, yeah, there was a lot of trade interest in him. Like, why the fuck would you not trade him if you're going to cut him within 10 days? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't get that at all.
Well, and like what Dylan said earlier, the Chargers are going to Chargers. This is what they do. It's a dysfunctional franchise.
Just stupid.
And they have no fans. They're playing in a city where they have no fans. There's no identity. And Chiefs, I expect their pass rush, they're going to get after Herbert. They're going to make things uncomfortable for him. They're going to have to be able to run the ball effectively. Eckler might have to have 30 touches between catching and running the ball to even have a shot in this game. They need to get him more involved catching the ball out of the backfield. It feels like he just hasn't been as active lately. I think partially because he's been having to pass protect because their O-line can't block anybody.
Well, and what's crazy, Dylan, is this, as you mentioned, they need to get him going in the passing game. He still leads the team in receptions this year.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. He hasn't caught many passes these last 3 weeks, and he's still the number 1 pass catcher on the team.
Yeah. Let's see. How many catches did he have last night?
I don't think Austin Eckler.
Let's see here. Chargers.
Eckler. I bet you he had probably close to 8 or 9 at least.
Close. 7 for 39.
How many targets? 12?
Doesn't say. Yeah, actually 12 targets. Good call. Nice.
That's almost as much as frickin' JJ got.
And then he had 6 rushes for 24 yards. They only ran the ball 16 times.
Well, yeah, when half your line's dead.
Very true. And it wasn't like it was they were in it the whole time. They were leading for most of it.
They were winning.
Yeah, they were winning for most of it actually. And then who knows what happens if Herbert doesn't have to go out right before half? Maybe they get a touchdown there, but they had to bring in Chase Daniel and
But and I do agree with that because he took a crazy shot to the head. I'm surprised they didn't call a flag.
they did.
Or they did. That's
They
right.
did because the guy
I-
got ejected.
which I don't agree with the ejection. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. This isn't called.
But it is the most predictable play in the NFL when a backup quarterback comes in. You run a screen
You run a screenplay.
Yep.
A screen,
every fucking time.
a screener every single
Yeah.
time.
Because
Like, oh, I
Mullins
can't
did
let
that
him run.
against
Let's do a screen.
Washington.
They know we're gonna run the ball. Like,
Because
get the fuck out.
Mullins did that against Washington, didn't he?
Probably.
I think. I feel like he did when he had to come in for that one play.
Probably. I'm
last
telling
year.
you, it's the most predictable play. You just might as well fucking run it.
Or take a shot deep.
Yeah.
Do a play action bomb. Who cares? It's a fucking punt.
Just send it. But
Stupid.
with this game, Dylan, you talked about that pass rush. What's nice for the Chiefs is Frank Clark's coming back after serving his 2-game suspension.
Steroids. I don't even
No.
know what he has.
No,
Was it the weed?
No,
The
it
drive-
was his gun charges or
he
something.
had an unregistered Uzi in his car.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Smart man.
Yeah.
Genius.
Pulled over for that.
Yeah, good job, that boy.
So he'll be back, and then also, when they played in week 2 of the Chiefs and Chargers, Bosa was there, and Mac was there, and the Chargers had a defensive front that got after Mahomes a little bit. Well, they don't have that anymore.
Mm-mm.
And the Chargers, they like to sit back and play that shell coverage. So if you keep Khalil Mack off your quarterback, it could be a long day for the Chargers because the Chiefs know the coverages they're going to run, and Andy's going to be able to design plays to get guys open in those situations. And then another thing I want to see is over the years, besides last year in the overtime game that they played against the Chargers, Travis Kelce has not done a whole lot against the Chargers. I want to see if he can maybe break that mold and have a big night on Sunday night because he's tied with Gronk for the most career 100-yard reception games, receiving yardage games as a tight end. So who knows? Maybe he can break that on national television on Sunday night.